Alright, popular question time. What is the difference between a poisonous animal versus a venomous animal? And pretty much every reptile keeper, hobbyist, enthusiast will tell you the same thing, which is if it bites you and you get hurt, it is venomous. If you bite it and you get hurt, it is poisonous. And although that is true, I think a more thorough explanation is really cool.
Yeah!
Alright, so right off the bat, both poisons and venoms are toxins, and toxins are substances that can hurt you in very low dosages or amounts. So a poison is any substance that has to be either ingested, inhaled, or absorbed into the system. It's more of a passive integration into your own body. Let's see, Game of Thrones, King Joffrey. That poor boy. As you remember, something was slipped into his wine, he drank it, he ingested it, and he died. Therefore, it was a poison. He ingested that toxin. Nerve gas, that's another example. You breathe that into your lungs, inhaling it, therefore it is also a poison. And then finally, think about like poison ivy. If you get a poison ivy leaf, rub it on your skin, you get a rash. That toxin is an example of a poison as well. Venoms, on the other hand, are substances that need to enter your body directly or actively. So for example, that would be things like fangs, stabbing, or even bites. So with injection, a good example would be snakes, venomous snakes. They have these fangs that come down, and each fang is like a hypodermic needle. There's a small hole at the very bottom, and when a snake bites down with a compressor muscle, it squeezes the gland, sending venom through its fangs and into its prey item, or as a defense as well. Another way that venom can be administered is through stabbing. And a good example of this are lionfish, which have these venomous spines that stick out, and that's how they defend themselves. Another way that venom can be administered is through biting, and it's a little bit different than the injection of venom through the fangs of a snake. So a good example of a biting animal would be your hematophagous animals. These are your animals that eat or drink blood. So for example, vampire bats, ticks, and mosquitoes. So when a vampire bat goes down to its unsuspecting prey, it bites down, in its saliva are venoms, and these are components like anticoagulants, painkillers, and even immune defense deflectors. So venom has to be actively administered into the body, which means that technically you can ingest venom without any side effects. So you may have heard of these things called rattlesnake shots in places like Texas, where people will drink the venom of a rattlesnake and not have any ill effects. As long as they don't have any sores in their mouths or maybe some ulcers in their stomach, technically the venom will be broken down. There's also a third group of toxins that don't really fall under either poisons or venoms, and the animals that utilize these are called toxungenous animals, which literally means poisonous with a purpose. So an example of a toxungenous animal is the Mozambique spitting cobra from Africa. And when they are threatened, they will hood up and they will spray their venom into the eyes of a potential predator. And if it's a direct hit right into the eyes, it will irritate the eyes for up to a couple of weeks. And just like any other venomous snake, they can also bite down onto their potential predator or prey and administer the venom through injection. So in that way, the toxin is delivered in kind of a couple different ways, making the spitting cobras toxungenous animals. Alright, so hopefully this video answered some of your questions and also got you interested in the really awesome toxins on our planet. I got ants in my pants, beans in my jeans, rocks in my socks, and they're busting out the seams. Time to go.